Hello, this is Reverend Don Lewis coming to you from beautiful South Florida, and with me is Reverend Richard.
Hi, guys.
And Reverend Richard has a question for the Vlog. And Reverend Richard, what is your question?
My question is, our familiars, are they part of our guides? Are they ancestors? Are they part of us? Or are they just their own entity themselves?
Well, and the answer to this really depends on how you're using that word familiar. Today, a lot of people use the term familiar to refer to an animal that they feel very close to, who they feel they have a spiritual bond with. And animals can be very psychic. They can be very good energy workers. And in that sense, you have a bond with the actual spirit of the animal. Here at Children of Gaia Temple, several of the cats seem to be very, very given to healing. That's not an unusual thing for cats. Cats are extremely responsive to spiritual energy. So are many other kinds of animals. However, there are other uses for the term familiar, including the more traditional use of the term, which often was used historically more the way that we would use the term spirit guide today. When you hear the term familiar spirit used several hundred years ago, it doesn't necessarily mean, as we think of it today, an animal that can refer to a spirit of an ancestor or another spirit that one is working. The term familiar can sometimes also be used in connection with spirits that are not necessarily in any way animate, but may be tied to physical objects such as stones or crystals, which can certainly be personified and interacted with as spirits, or canes, such as Timothy. Say hello to everyone, Timothy. And in this sense, I would say that in a practical sense, you're interacting with a spirit. Whether it might be an aspect of your higher self or not really doesn't have much to do with how you interact with it. I would say in some cases, what people interact with as familiars probably are aspects of their higher self. In other cases, not. Certainly when it's an animal, it is not. Although there is, of course, that aspect wherein we are all aspects of the same universal energy, so that throws a monkey wrench in. But generally speaking, I would treat a familiar spirit as being exactly that. And so I hope that answers your question.
Absolutely.
And until next time, may you blessed be.
Blessed be.
And now to find that little red button. And good night, everybody.